Hello, my name is Carson Horner, and today we're going to go over my intercultural movie assignment. For my movie assignment, I chose the Disney Pixar movie Cars. Cars is about a main character, Lightning McQueen, who is a race car who races across the United States traveling track to track, competing for the Piston Cup Championship. He is soon traveling to California and rolls off of his back of his trailer and ends up in a town, Radiator Springs. He wakes up out of a deep sleep and starts panicking and speeding down a road, trashing down a whole road and stuff behind him and leaving a whole mess. He wakes up in the impound and then goes to court, and the whole town is all mad at him, telling him he can't leave until he fixes the road. He then gets found by a paparazzi after he mends a bunch of friendships with people there in the town and gets took back away from all his friends that he just met there in the town. He never forgets the friendships that he made there in Radiator Springs, though, as he makes it even big time and even invites him to a race where he wins the championship. So where and what is the intercultural communication throughout the movie Cars? It first starts off with a change of scenery. Like I said, Lightning McQueen is a high caliber race car who travels around the United States in the fame and glory and at the top of his game. He's used to being in front of cameras and being in front of the lights and big time all the time. When he moves over to Radiator Springs, it is dang near ghost town. There's nothing around him except for all these other cars who've been living there and in hope of the town's revival for a long time. Ever since the highway got built, the town's never had a passenger through since then. It is a huge change of scenery for Lightning McQueen and definitely takes him a while to get adapted to it. It first starts out, like I said, when he was in the courtroom with everybody else there at the town, yelling at him to fix the road that he destroyed. This highlights the differences in the universalist views between the cars there. Lightning McQueen yells out that he is a race car and that he needs to get back out and go to California because he has a big race. But everybody else there in the town realizes that they have their own moral values and that they value him fixing the road since he destroyed it. And he should value that too because they think that's right. But Lightning McQueen also has his different values of him getting back on the track because they don't understand that he's a race car. So there is the difference of the universalist views between the cars. Part of this has to do with the regionalism there with Lightning McQueen. Regionalism is basically someone who's really loyal to a certain demographic group and holds a very significant meaning with it. Like I said, Lightning McQueen holds a lot of meaning with him being a professional race car driver. He loves the fame. He loves being in front of the lights. He loves having fans. Even when he's in Radiator Spring and is doing labor work, he gets dirty and then tells them to don't chip the paint off when they're trying to wash the dirt off of him because he's so much of being a shiny race car out there in front of lights. Will Mayer once said, "And the wire loyalty might be killing you." Being loyal to people and organizations who do not keep their promises, play favorites, or exploit you is self-destructive. I believe this is shown with Lightning McQueen being caught up in all the media in his big time race team, that it was basically self-destructing himself with everything being inside of his head. While Lightning McQueen is in Radiator Springs, he receives a major culture shock. Part of this is due to the feeling of discomfort due to his unfamiliar surroundings. Because like I said, there's a lot of labor. Everyone works for themselves in Radiator Springs. Lightning McQueen isn't used to that. He's used to having everything handed to him because he's a high caliber guy. He also gets shown by a fellow person there in Radiator Springs, a tow truck mater, that driving backwards is pretty cool, like in the top photo here, that is never seemed to be done in racing because race cars always go forward. So Lightning McQueen's never thought of that. That's a major culture shock for him to be heard of driving backwards. Also, there's a legend of racing there in the town of Radiated Springs hidden in Doc Hudson Hornet. He teaches Lightning McQueen to turn right to go left when he's on dirt. And Lightning McQueen doesn't understand that because his whole life he's always turned left to go left when racing on asphalt. So it's very culture shocking to Lightning McQueen there with all the new things that he's finding out from all these different people there inside the town of Radiator Springs. This brings me to Lightning McQueen's unexamined identity that he develops throughout the whole movie. Lightning McQueen, with the help of Radiator Springs' fellow cars, begins to realize that he is just like them and becomes friends with them and loves his lifestyle there inside Radiator Springs. He becomes friends and realizes that they are just as much as like him as he is like them. He also turns right to go left in the bottom down here, which is taught to him by Doc, the fabulous Hudson Hornet. This is because communication helps shape Lightning McQueen's identity. From the Professional Communication College, having a better knowledge of your own communication preferences will allow you to better understand yourself. This is a useful first step in developing your abilities to relate and understand other people too. As Lightning McQueen is seen here, he related back to the fabulous Hudson Hornet and what he taught him at Radiator Springs. And this might even be considered code switching because Lightning McQueen is here balancing two different cultures of being a race car on a racetrack in front of big lights and resorting back to his Radiator Springs friends and stuff that they taught him. Lightning McQueen is known to having a monocratic lifestyle, for trying to live life in the fast lane and always go fast and always have a schedule with the race circuit that he's on. Time is a commodity to Lightning McQueen, but then once he gets to Radiator Springs, he realizes that time is circular and it moves more in a polychronic manner. This means people multitask a lot more and interpersonal relationships are able to begin to be developed with Lightning McQueen from being there in Radiator Springs. Lightning McQueen loves everybody that he met in Radiator Springs. They helped him realize that he's not only a race car, but a normal car just like them and can do anything that he puts his mind to, just like they can as well. Without his help from people from Radiator Springs, the concept of time is free floating and distractions and interruptions are a natural part of life. This helps him realize that the chronic lifestyle is the way that it needs to go and helps Lightning McQueen be the best potential he is today. Thank you guys.